Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Aoshi here. Today's video, we're looking at something that just got dropped by Bandai Namco. And we'll see what it is in just a bit as oh my lord. In 2025. This is still a thing in 2025. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, enough of that comedy. Let's go ahead and see what they posted up early this morning. I want to say 3 a.m., maybe 4 a.m. if they had delays. Usually they've been pretty good about posting an English translated version. And that's a no. That's a no. That's very peculiar. We didn't get one for April either, sadly. Well, I guess this is gonna be a really short video then. So, without further ado, I guess we'll check out the new suit. Whatever is dropping, right? But of course, before we jump into that, I want to just iterate, this is literally what we got out of the video newsletter. It is a free drop, guaranteed drop. Looks like, let me just look at this. First, second, third, so 3 days. Free supply drop. Randomly 1 guaranteed selected 4-star. So Unicorn, Banshee, regular Banshee, by the way. Sananju and Kshatriya. So they're basically giving it away. So, alright. On to the big Hoo-Bah trailer that we were supposed to be getting. Alright, here we go. I think I'm gonna mute myself in the meantime, and then we'll comment afterwards. And yeah, let's go. Alright folks, let's run that back, because I forgot some certain settings, but nonetheless you got to see an uninterrupted version of that because, well, you can do that yourself if you like, but we wanted to do it for the sake of video. And going into it, that was not on my bingo card. The full armor ground type Zeta Gundam from Zeta Define. I think that's like a side manga. I'm not familiar with that particular franchise portion of Zeta Gundam. You know, there's like so many different like things branching off, but its aesthetics look really kind of interesting because it screams superior Gundam. You got like the knee crushers, almost acting like the O's sort of quad arms on there, like another set of beam sabers for that unique counter. I like the design. I think it looks pretty cool visually, so like I have to give them props visually for like the way it looks. It looks pretty damn amazing. And based on like so far what we've seen, we got this typical like aesthetics for Zeta. You got the Vulcans, you got grenade launchers, you got shoulder missile launchers, which it looks like they're meant to kind of counter the Denens on. And so far, just to run it back really quick even further, I don't know if this has a melee combo. It doesn't really seem like it's demonstrated that for a general type. This is a 650 cost general type 4-star of all things, but you know you still have the shooting aspect of whatever Zeta normally comes with. So it's not going to be like a long range suit. It's going to be more close to mid, borderline mid. Yeah, so you got downswings and like neutrals, so which is really weird. So you got all this defensive stuff with the chest eye field function, similar to what I'm assuming is going to be the full armor Shikikai. I think the full armor Overon, not the full armor Overon, excuse me. The yeah, the full armor yeah, full armor Overon. Basically, yeah, it's weird because we have the full armor Overon, and then we have the O configuration, the armored up version, and it's confusing as hell because the model, yeah, the model just it throws me off so much as far as the technicality of models, because it's all side story stuff. But I digress for the most part, as I am struggling to find this. Yeah, it's just the regular over. Yeah, it's so weird. I probably got the model numbers wrong. It's fine. Man. Anyways, going into that, yeah, with the chest eye field, it's basically, there's that. We also have the specific biosensor for Camille now versus the regular stock Zeta, and you got aerial combat with flat booster and all that stuff. So yeah, so sub arms right there. Not quite knee crushers like the S Gundam or EXS, but yeah, it's very much reminiscent of like the O, and almost like a little bit of Totsuger mix in there. But yeah, no melee controller so far. There's no clear answer if it does get maneuver armor, which I would be surprised. This would be like the better version of the regular Zeta again, once again, that still does not to this day have maneuver armor, despite being a 600 native, with everything that's out there right now. Like, I don't think it needs a whole lot tweaking, but that's a side tangent there. But it looks like it should have melee combo controller, or like that melee composite skill. It's very, I don't know, it feels kind of weird for a journal not to have that, despite having like a mix of weaponry like it does. So, which leads me to kind of maybe speculate, tinfoil hat on, that maybe this was one of those other instances, again, one of those suits that might have been a support in its draft and ended up becoming a general. So I don't know, but for the most part, like I said, visually looks good. Not sure if it's something I want to pick up, because it's like there's a number of other things at 650 that already feel strong in a similar category. Like the RF Dom, for example, is pretty substantially a pain in the ass for on the receiving end, especially if you've got the right parts in it, just mitigating and just letting out all the lead. Yeah, it's so weird. Anyways, that's my take on the new suit and the lack of a developer newsletter that to this day in 2025 we are still not able to watch on release. So we gotta wait anywhere from, if we're lucky, 2 to 3 hours, maybe a whole day. I'm not sure, honestly, at the end of the day. Just one thing is definitely certain, is they're pretty consistent on that. So man, let me know what you guys think about the new suit, if it's something that you're gonna be dropping for and wanting to check out for yourself, or if you're gonna actually be pulling for it. I think this is a skip for me, just because we're in the month of May. June, July is anniversary time. I think this is just a distraction. A distraction of grandeur for all you Zeta fans. Sorry, not to pick you guys out there, but yeah, definitely a distraction nonetheless, because, man, yeah. Chances are, I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm gonna speculate on, but that's it for now. Hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you guys all on the next one. And probably catch up on sleep too. Laters.